Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message reaches you. My name is Anisha, and I help people live a more authentic and fulfilling life. So, this is a little bit about me, and I would love to know about you, like which part of the world you're joining us from. Hi, Lisa. It's so lovely to have you here again. Welcome to the space. And until you guys introduce yourself in the comments, let me give you a quick overview of what we do here. Hello, friend. Hi, Caitlin. So, Caitlin is joining us from New York. Beautiful. Thank you, both of you guys, for being here. I missed you both. And I hope that today's live delivers something that would make your day today. Ah, Lisa says, always grateful to be here with you, dear Anisha. Same here. Okay, so since I see a lot of regular people here, so I was wondering, is anyone here who is joining us for the very first time? Because if not, then we will directly jump into the live, and I don't need to give you an overview of the live. Okay, seems like, yeah, we got a lot of regular people here today. So okay, so let me know if you guys are ready for today's meditation by typing ready in the comments. You know the drill. And until you do that, I will drop a message for those who will join us during the meditation. Okay, Lisa is ready. Wonderful. And I'm also dropping the message. Okay, done. Oh, Caitlin says, yes, ready, been waiting. Okay, then. Huh. I hope that today's meditation feels wonderful for you, Caitlin. So, let's get started. Begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can choose to sit, stand, or lie down. Whatever your body needs right now. As you begin to settle here, allow yourself to take a deep breath in, and with the exhale, close your eyes. Notice how the surface beneath you is supporting you. Let it hold your body completely. And now rest your awareness on your breath, noticing the air each exhale, feel your body relaxing and softening from your head to your toe. Every muscle is releasing the tension, leaving you fully relaxed. With each breath, your mind is beginning to settle. And you find yourself drifting deeper and deeper into a peaceful state. Today's meditation is inspired by a timeless quote. The quote is: "Rivers know this. There is no hurry. We shall get there someday." Rivers know this. There is no hurry. We shall get there someday. Mine. This quote is reminding us that nature moves with patience. Rivers reach the ocean not by rushing, but by flowing steadily. They bend, slow down, widen, and sometimes appears to pause. And yet they still arrive. They reach the ocean. In the same way, our lives, they unfold through seasons of movement, of learning, of redirection. When we measure progress only by speed, we create unnecessary stress and we overlook the quiet ways in which growth is already happening. So this quote invites us to replace the urgency with trust because progress doesn't require rushing, it requires continuation. So take a moment now to bring to your mind a goal that you deeply care about, or an area of your life where you feel behind, where you feel like you're falling behind and everyone else is ahead of you. Once you have thought of a goal or such an area, notice the pressure or urgency that comes with it. And now imagine what it might feel like to move towards that goal like a river, steadily, patiently, allowing the path to unfold over time. So, in order to embody these qualities of a river in a moment from now. I'm going to share certain affirmations with you. I will repeat each affirmation 3 times. For the first 2 times, simply let those words land into your subconscious mind. On the third time, if you feel called, you are welcome to repeat the affirmation either out loud or silently in your mind. So let's begin. You can release the unnecessary urgency. You can release the urgency from your mind and your body. And now repeat after me. I release this sense of urgency. You are softening the pressure to rush. You are softening the pressure to rush. I am softening the pressure to rush. You choose to move at a sustainable pace. You choose to move at a sustainable pace. I choose to move at a sustainable pace. You choose to focus solely on your journey. You are choosing to focus on your journey, not anyone else's. I focus only on my journey. Your progress is meaningful. Your progress is meaningful. My progress is meaningful. You can trust the timing of your path. You can trust the timing of your path. I trust the timing of my path. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. I am exactly where I need to be. You can trust your direction. trust your direction. I trust my direction. You can honor your personal timeline. You are beginning to honor your personal timeline. I honor my personal timeline. You will arrive in your own time. You will arrive wherever you want to go in your own time. I will arrive in my own time. You did great. And now that you have planted these seeds of wisdom into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, know that each time you repeat these affirmations, these seeds will continue to grow stronger and eventually bear fruits in your life. So, with that knowing, allow yourself to gently wake up. You can do so by bringing gentle movement to your body, like wiggling your toes or your fingers, moving your body in whatever direction it wants to be moved. feel ready, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. I see that a lot of new people have joined us while we were meditating. So, a warm welcome to you all. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message finds you. And in case you guys missed the meditation, I will share towards the end of the live where you can find it. But for now, those who did meditated with us, I invite you guys that if you're feeling called, you can share about your experience of the meditation in the comments, or maybe your favorite affirmation. And if you don't feel called, that's perfectly all right too. And once I go through the comments, if any comes up, then after that, we will move on to the next segment, the next phase of this live, where we will spin the wheel of wisdom and let the universe choose a book for us so that we can receive the message that we need to hear most today. So, hmm, so it seems like we don't have any comment yet. So I guess let us move on to our next phase for today. So give me a second to show you guys our wheel of wisdom. Okay, so here is our wheel, and this wheel contains the name of 51 transformational books that I have came across in my journey over the past 10 years. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and ask ourselves, is there anything that I need guidance on today? And see if a specific issue or a specific desire emerges for you. And if nothing does, then simply send out this wish into the universe that may everyone who is listening to this receives the message that is for their highest good. So, Caitlin has shared her favorite affirmation with us from the meditation, which is, I choose to move at a sustainable pace. Yeah, Caitlin says this one hit me for many reasons. hmm And yeah, it has been a lesson that I have learned over and over again. So yeah, this one resonates with me personally too a lot, Caitlin. And okay, Caitlin says personally and for a friend, lol. Okay. Then yeah, feel free to share. Oh, popped out to share with them. Probably going to recommend the replay too. Oh, thank you so much, Caitlin, for sharing it with others, for sharing the replay. That's what the replay is for. So that you can tune into this energy and just re experience it or experience something else that is even more magical later on. So I wish that your friend finds the relief that you hope that she does from that replay. Okay, thank you for your share, Caitlin. And now it's time for you guys to hold either that specific thing that you need guidance on or that wish in your heart for everyone's benefit as we spin. Okay, let's see which book wants to guide us today. Okay, so this was, I guess, it's one of the first books that I read. And the name of the book is The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. So let's see what this beautiful book wants to offer us. This is a pretty popular book. So maybe you have read it, and in that case, maybe a reminder wants to come up for you that is more applicable at this point in your life. So give me a second to open this beautiful book so that we can play a game together. So this is our book. And now let me choose some numbers. So, my dear ones, before I share with you guys the numbers, let me share the instructions for the game. The instructions are in a moment from now, I'm going to share with you guys two numbers between which I want you guys to choose. And I don't encourage you guys to rush. Instead, take your time and see which number is coming up for you. And then share in the comments the first number that pops up in your mind. I will go through all your numbers that you guys share and I will pick a number that I feel intuitively called to so that everyone here receives the message that they need right now. So, ready? So, the numbers between which I want you guys to choose are 13 to 125. There you go. Ah, thank you, Henry. Mm, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Lisa. Anyone else who wants to share a number before I pick one? Mhm. Thank you, Robin. I smiled because I was seeing 444 on my screen and then you chose 44. Interesting. Thank you, Leslie. Um, okay. So it seems like everyone who wants to share a number has done so by now. Okay, so let's see what the spirit wants to guide us all today. Okay, so the number that I am feeling most called to is 77. And the number has been chosen by Henry for all of us. And again, even though that is the first number, that was not the criteria. So just a reminder for that. Let's see what wants to come through page number 77. Okay, I love that. What came up? So, The author says just stop for a moment and see what you have given your mind to do. You said to your mind, I want everyone to like me. I don't want anyone to speak badly of me. I want everything I say and do to be acceptable and pleasing to everyone. I don't want anyone to hurt me. I don't want anything to happen that I don't like. And I want everything to happen that I do like. Then you said, now mind, figure out how to make every one of these things a reality. Even if you have to think about it day and night. And of course, your mind said, I am on the job. I will work on it constantly. So, can you imagine somebody trying to do that? The mind has to try to make it so that everything you say is said the right way, taken the right way, and has the right effects on everybody. It has to make sure that everything you do is interpreted and seen the right way, and that nobody does anything that hurts you. It has to make sure that you get everything you want and that you don't ever get what you don't want. The mind is constantly trying to give you advice about how to make it all okay. That is why the mind is so active. You gave it an impossible task to do. So that is the reminder that came up that you are setting a lot of unrealistic expectations. You're putting a lot of heavy pressure on your mind to do the things that is not possible for anyone to do. And then your mind took the job because you gave it, you are the boss. And now it is working hard and hard and hard, and it is bombarding you with thoughts. And now and then, again and again, all the time. Because you have given it a lot of tasks, you haven't given it impossible tasks, and it is trying to figure it out. And it is trying to do that, but it is not possible, and hence it continues to think and think and think. And you're like, why do I overthink about all this stuff? Why do I get all these, critical thoughts in my head about what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong? So, the thing that is coming up for me is, I guess, a practice. Uh, so I guess few days ago, I released a free meditation on Insight Timer, which was titled "Thank You Mind." And for same reason, I'm feeling called to ask you and everyone who is resonating with this reading to take a moment and recognize the burden you have placed and to thank your mind for all it has been trying to do, for all it has done for you so far. No matter whether it worked or not, whether it achieved this impossible task or not, but the efforts of your mind matters and it deserves the recognition, a simple thank you from you. And maybe when you do that, the tension, the relationship between your mind and you might improve. The tension might get softened a little bit. So yeah, And you can do it on your own, and you can try the practice, whatever works for you. Henry says, yes, that's right. So exhausting. Yeah, isn't it? Trying to control all of this stuff, which is out of our control. So, so, so exhausting. You're welcome, Henry. And I hope you say those two magical words, thank you, to your mind too today. Ah, mhm. And before we move on to the next reading, I also wanted to share one more thing that came up for me, which I forgot before. And it was related to the meditation that we did, which was about, the river reaching its destination, the ocean. And it reminded me that I also have something, a very small offering that might, that you might like if you like today's quote, which was on Insight Timer or our meditation that we did. So yeah, I hope that for some reason I felt called to share that, and I hope that it helps whoever it was meant to be, received by here. And now it's time for us to move to our second reading for today. So let me take out the wheel and you guys take out the questions that you want guidance on and hold them in your heart, hold them in your awareness as we spin the wheel. Oh, I love that. Okay, I just shared about reaching your destination, like a river reaching its destination, ocean, and then we are also trying to reach a certain destination. And the book that came up for us is Arriving at Your Own Door. Arriving at Your Own Door. And this book has been written by John Kabat-Zinn. So let me see. Give me a second to open the book and see what wants to come through from this. So this is our book, Arriving at Your Own Door. Now choosing some numbers. Okay, so my dear ones, I invite you guys to choose a number between 20 to 118. And again, no rush. I will pick a number randomly based on my intuition, okay? Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Henry. Anyone else who wants to share a number and receive a guidance? Okay, then. Let's see. Which Okay. So the number that I am feeling most called to is 95, and the number has been chosen by Trisha. Okay, let's see what wants to come through page number 95. So, the heading for this is tenderness and respect. One challenge of living mindfully is to be in touch with the natural rhythms of our own life unfolding, even if at times we feel far from them or we have lost touch with them altogether, and find we have to listen afresh for those inner cadences and callings with great tenderness and respect. So, what is coming up for me from this reading is to tune in to the emotions that you're feeling, perhaps regarding a specific situation. So instead of, if you're feeling cut off from them in some way, or if you're running from them, that the invitation is to touch those emotions with tenderness, with gentleness, and once you are connected with your emotions, then respecting and honoring the direction that you feel called to move in, to trust your intuition, your inner callings, whatever it is that you're feeling called to do, to say, to live, however you're feeling called, and that would be revealed when you tune into your emotions. So that was the message that came up for me from this reading. And let me know, Trisha, if it resonated at all with you, or perhaps something else came up for you from this reading or from what I was talking about. And anyone else also, you guys can, share what is coming up for you from this reading. Trisha says, my emotions have been hitting me like a tornado this week. Okay, now I see why this came up. And Trisha, even though the invitation is to meet your emotions, perhaps what might help is to create a safe anchor. It can be in your body, or it can be something around you, or something in your mind. And the invitation is to connect with those emotions. And sometimes when they feel so overwhelming, we are afraid that if I touch them, if I turn towards them, I might drown in them. I might get swept away in that tornado. So, finding a safe anchor, for example, when you're connecting, when you're noticing where you feel those emotions in your body, whatever that emotion is for you, first identifying a part of your body that feels neutral or pleasant. And then once you have that safe anchor, or in your environment, it can be something like, an object, a favorite object, a beautiful object. And once you have that anchor, you know that you're not going to drown, you have that safety belt in a way. Then you dip your toes in the water once you have that, vest, something, whatever it is called. Then you dip your toes in the water slightly, you start to connect with your emotions, feel them. And once you do that, your strength would be revealed to you. And if anytime you feel like, okay, it is too much, you can shift your attention to that anchor. And once you feel stabilized, you can come back to the emotions. So doing this, pendulation in a way, this, this neutral thing, the safe anchor, and then emotions, and so on. And slowly and gradually, you will have that capacity to hold them and not feel like you're getting swept away, by them. So it won't feel like much of a struggle as it might be feeling right now. And yeah, just that is what the message is coming up for you. And if that feels like, okay, this is something that you have the capacity for, then you can give it a try. And if not, then again, respect and trust your own inner wisdom and, give yourself the grace, give yourself some kindness until you have that much capacity within you. Risha says, thank you. That makes sense. I'm glad it does. I'm glad it resonates with your current situation, Risha. Thank you for sharing that. And before we move on, I do have like two resources for you in case you want some help in terms of connecting with that emotion. Um let me okay, give me a second. Yeah. So you might see a course in front of you, and in this course, there's a lesson. The last lesson of this course is regarding that, learning how to like connect with your feelings, how to connect with your emotions, how to feel your feelings. And I hope that the guidance would be able to help you because when we are feeling too overwhelmed, it feels harder to do things on our own. So sometimes that can really help. And if you try that and if you still feel like you need some more help regarding or resources regarding finding that safety, that stability, then in that case, you might find a playlist that I have on my profile, which contains certain nervous system regulation techniques helpful to help you like feel stabilized. So you can find them by going to my profile on the home section. When you scroll down at the bottom, you will see this playlist known as Nervous System Regulation Techniques. And here you will find a technique, I hope, that would help you feel safe enough to dive into your emotions. Okay, so I hope that, this helps or you or anyone, who this message resonated with. And now, um, we have time. I'm thinking that, should we move on to the last reading for today? Um, because I'm feeling a little tired today. I was excited to meet you guys after, I guess, 1 week break or something. But yeah, I'm not feeling physically well because of, I think, the weather changing. So yeah, I'm just sensing my energy levels, whether I can stay for long or not. Trisha says, thank you for all the info. I will check it all out. I hope it helps you, Trisha, really. And it gives you the relief, the strength, the peace that you're looking for these days. Oh, Lisa. Okay, so mhm, I'm sending you a lot of strength and rest. I'm hoping that you give yourself the time to rest. And maybe you can use this time. So you were going to stay for half an hour with me, and now I hope that you use this time to rest because I'm also feeling like I need to wrap this live. So, yeah, so that's the opportunity for you. So, my dear ones, thank you so much for staying with me all this while, for spending your time in this space. It feels nice to be back here. And I hope that you receive something of value from this live. And if you guys, before we wrap this live, if you guys feel called to support me, to support this space, to help me create more resources. By the way, I have a lot of resources available, like 7 courses and over 100 meditations. So I hope that you guys find something from there. But yeah, if you want to help me keep creating all of this stuff, then you can make a small donation because your contribution helps me continue this. And for those of you, I will just read the comments in a moment. For those of you who joined late, who are joining for the very first time, um, okay, give me a second. Yeah, so for those of you who want to re-access this live, do the meditation again, then you can find all of that by going to my profile and by going to the About section at the end. When you scroll down, here you will see this, and here you will find today's live, which was episode 185. And you will also find some of my other offerings and a lot of like free gifts for you that I've created. So I hope that you find whatever it is that you need here. And mhm, and it does take for the video to take like 20 minutes to get uploaded. So if you want like a quick access or if you just want the summary of today's live, then you can join my group, which is called World of Wisdom. You can search for it on the search box on Insight Timer and go to the group section, or you can find it on my profile again on the homepage when you scroll down beneath the playlist that I just showed you. So yeah, let's see the comments that poured in. Lisa says sending you a lot of strength also, Anisha. Thank you, Lisa. That is so kind. Caitlin says this was wonderful. Thank you, friends. Yeah, it was. It's always nice to spend time with all of us, with all of you here. Lisa says, rest well today, dear Anisha. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, and I forgot one thing. So, guys, okay, let me read the comments and I will. Robin says, gratitude, Anisha. Rest is a sacred gift. Yeah, it is. Thank you for that beautiful reminder, Robin. And I'm going to take care of my body. Trisha says that sending lots of healing energy your way. Thank you, Trisha. I appreciate that. And yeah, so the thing that I was sharing was that yeah, so since this is my birthday month, I decided to give you guys a small gift. And the gift is that um if you guys have a very persistent negative thought, a thought that keeps on coming back again and again, or a belief, that you're struggling with, anything that your mind is, like any thought that might send your way that is like a torture for you that you're struggling with, then you guys can share that um in the group that I mentioned before, which was World of Wisdom. You guys can share that particular thought there. Like you can put like negative thought and then you can mention your thought in the quotes. And I will create a track for you guys and release that so you guys don't feel so troubled or so alone when that thought comes back to you. Because, you know, um, so when I was like so ironically, on my birthday month, I was contemplating about death and I was like, what do I want to leave in this world, And, amongst all the things that I'm doing, everything, this came up for me that I wanted to be there for people when they are going through the hardest times, when the mind is convincing them of all those lies that makes them feel miserable. So I wanted to create something that feels like you have a companion for those times. And then this came up for me. And I did started this before and I then paused this. So I like named it like Love Letters for You. You can also find that playlist there in the playlist section on my profile. I named it. Give me a second. Yeah, here it is. So I named it Love Letters for You, and I've released some tracks on the common thoughts, but I'm planning to release more for you specifically. Like, whatever you are struggling with, you can share that, and I will create one for you. So I hope that you find that helpful. Um, Henry says, thank you again. Yes, be well. Thank you, Henry, for staying with us till the end. Lisa says, mine too, Anisha. Yeah, I think you shared that before with me. And a belated happy birthday to you, Lisa. I wish that this new year of your life brings you a lot of happiness, love, and each day you encounter something that makes you believe that life is beautiful. Yeah, happy birthday, dear Lisa. I am so, so grateful that you exist. Thank you for being here with all of us. Thank you for being the person that you are, the sweet, amazing, beautiful soul. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Okay, guys. So, thank you so much for your presence. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all live with ease. Take care. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. And I will meet you guys day after tomorrow at the same time. No, sorry, tomorrow, in fact, yeah, on International Women's Day. So, bye. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa, for your lovely wish. Bye. Take care.